Welcome to storied Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. A late season top 25 matchup on hand with a couple of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Penn State Nittany Lions. Along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. We are keeping an eye on the weather in this one. Holly Rowe has the latest.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. We'll keep you posted from down here on the field. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Back to throw, it's Beck. Stepping to the right. Got out of trouble and throws. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Running to the left. There's some daylight. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll need 3 yards here on 3rd down to keep this opening drive alive. They're all over him. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
2nd and long here. They want to throw it. Firing to the right, complete. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball off.
Looking for room. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display, and that sweet return there. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He breaks a tackle, and he's brought down after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Not a big window, and that throw was money. They've got it at the 30. First down for this offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Looking downfield, it's Beck. Turns it upfield. Wide open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Sees a crease.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Just feeds the running back. He's past the sticks. There's some room. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the wideout. Caught. They will score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Got some green grass. Breaks into the open. Makes the tackle. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend.
If I'm a defense, I want to play conservative in these situations. Obviously, it's such a long yardage situation. I don't want to give up that many yards. I got to get the guy on the ground. Really nice effort by the running back, making him miss and, getting all those positive yards. But I got to play conservatively in those situations.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Burrowing for yardage. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Might as well give it to him again. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end now in motion. Now he's looking to throw it. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Looking to throw, it's back. Finds his big tight end. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Quick give. It's Owens.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Keep it on the ground. Enough to move the chains. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and you know they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great running backs. And you've seen Spiller and A-Chain in recent history finding those game breakers, those game busters that can make big plays.
Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
That defender is lucky on that play because he was beat on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that one.
They'll need a bunch on second down. On the delay, it's Owens. The draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll ride him again. Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a third down stop. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Moves the pocket. It's Beck. Keeping his eyes downfield. He'll throw it. It's dropped after taking the hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Long way to go on second down. Looking for space. It's Hansen. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a first down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. That's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical, bringing that lunch pail.
Making the adjustment on the play. Fresh setter downs going to the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Sells to fake. Rushes on. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think. So O-line's got to step up.
Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Sets his feet. It's Beck. Got him quickly. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. A little too anxious along that offensive line. Accepted, and they'll move him back. And just some general sloppiness from the offense with a false start will back them up 5. It's 2nd and long. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Looking to throw again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sowell. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Clock now inside 4 minutes as we're getting later in the first half. Running inside, it's Martin. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They've finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one. To make life easier on this kicker is so important to this team.
From the gun, it's Edwards. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Sets his feet, it's Hart. Out wide right, it's Edwards. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. And the Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, it's Edwards. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. He's changing the play. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Under pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over him. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. To the air, it's Beck. Here comes the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit.
You can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had the last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Drops back on first down. Got his man on the right. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Wants to throw one first. Fires to the wideout. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Got a man, it's Horton. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Trying to slip through and pick it up. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. Penn State will spend its second timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. Texas A&M looking to convert on fourth here. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. On the ground with the counter. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Right side, it's Howard. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. So after getting nabbed for holding, it's second and long. Quarterback changing the play. Dropping back, it's Beck. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He throws into the middle of the field. Leaping grab for a big gain. There he goes. Attack. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Rolled his way into the end zone. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Looking for a crease, it's Edwards. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get the second and short. And those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run.
Makes a grab and room to run. He's at the and he scores! Touchdown, Texas A&M!
Coaches talk all the time about finishing halves. Man, that is perfect execution down the stretch. Take the lead, take most of the clock, and you get the ball coming out. Way to close this first half. Great execution.
And he tacks on the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Changing the routes with his receivers. Scanning the field, it's Beck. Look out! Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Going over the top. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Fresh set of downs going up top. Intercepted for the 11th time. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We begin with the UConn Huskies taking on the James Madison Dukes. And it's Connecticut with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. This ball club now stands at 6 wins. They've ensured themselves at the very least of a 500 regular season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Out wide right, it's Craver. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
The run inside. It's Edwards. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Second and long here. Handoff again. Brought down. Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. Looking downfield, it's Hart. Throws to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, I know this offense came out here in the second half hoping to build on their one-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here and let your defense play and try to get it back to you without giving up any points.
Touchback? We don't want no stinking touchback. Here he comes out of his end zone. He's got great speed. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. They get him on the ground, and boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Right back to the well. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the third. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Fresh set of downs going to the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it along the sideline. Touchdown, Penn State. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And, man, it's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
And the sticky fingers allow them to grab the two-point conversion. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Sells to run, looking to pass. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Wide receiver going in motion. Drops back. It's Hart. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they fail to hook up on third down.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
And no teams are going to be watching this film, and they're going to be saying to themselves, we are directional punting, and we are kicking the thing out of bounds. This guy has way too much speed, and he can change the game.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And send the tight end in motion. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The Nittany Lions come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. On play action. Oh, pressure's coming. And down he goes. Well, they tried the play fake, but it fooled absolutely nobody.
And that's the problem with play-action pass, Reese, is that it takes time to develop. The quarterback's got to fake the handoff, and receivers generally are running routes further downfield. So the offensive line has got to be able to hold up that extra second to give their QB an opportunity, and they weren't able to do it there.
Looking to throw, it's Beck. Dumps it to the back. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And that is no good. Still up by 5 after missing that chance to put a little padding on it, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Gonna run it. It's Edwards. Crosses the 45. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Aggies! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Trying to push the lead to a field goal with his 2-point conversion attempt. They'll move the tight end. Makes the grab for the 2. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wallace. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Back to pass, it's Beck. Out wide left, it's Martin. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Aggies! The defense putting points on the board.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Hits inside. It's Martin. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6. as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Beck. Escapes the pressure going right. He throws back to the left. That could be risky. And it's picked off for the third time today. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Aggies. How about this defense taking one back to the house? They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They'll line up with trips to the right side on 2nd and 6. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. He wants to go deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Got to make the play on 4th. They're all over him. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off. And the Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Moving the pocket, it's Beck. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Turning it on. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
This offense is in no hurry, right? Control the clock is priority number 1. I'm going to run the football. I got the lead. I already got great field position, but I'm not interested in scoring right away. I got to make sure I watch that play clock tick down, maximize those seconds, and keep being physical with the run game.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Now Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And he's already made one. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, a lot of times offenses, they feel really good when it's 2nd and short after a good run on first down. You'll see them be aggressive. They choose to run the football, defense ready, now setting up a 3rd and short situation. Are they going to run it 3 times in a row? The defense probably going to be ready for that.
Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking for the marker. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the route is on. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Dropping back, it's Beck. Extending the play. They get to him as he throws. Rolls it in. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Making the adjustment. They'll run him again. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. Maybe some room here. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And third down, they keep it on the ground with their playmaker. They give him the football. They got so much confidence in this guy and their offensive line, and they get the first down.
Listen, just to be on the field on third down as a running back means you've got to be versatile, right? You got to be able to catch the ball. You got to be able to block. But if they want to hand it off to you on third down, too, you got to be able to go find a way to keep the drive alive. This dude has all the tools in the toolbox. Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Using his legs, it's Martin. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good